On November 21st, 1998, Dave Matthews Band played Spoon in the last stop in its entirety. No half stop, no partial stop. Full last stop in Spoon. The only other time those two songs have been played fully is Tonight in Blossom. The D&B post show stream starts now.
world around. You got my world turning. Pretty, pretty girl, lovely, lovely girl, spin my world around. You got my world turning. Pretty, pretty girl, lovely, lovely girl, spin the world around. You got my world turning. Take me to the river, river. Drop me in the water, water. Pretty, pretty girl, lovely, lovely girl, spin the world around. You got my world turning. People stare, I just ignore everything. People stare, I just ignore their Monday. Go away, go away, go away.
It's your boy Concert Viz 34 back at home.
What up, what up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34.
Yep, so your boy Concert Viz 34 coming to you here.
What up, what up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998, and if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started. And I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like, you know, we're at the very end. And then when Roy passed.
But Dave really, this is the thing. Dave has put, Rashawn has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. Michigan won the national title, though. Sorry, Ohio. Columbus, what up? Cincinnati, you're like Kentucky. We don't rock with y'all. Akron, what up? Dayton, what up? Toledo, what up? Cleveland, what up? Marion, Ohio, what up? Youngstown, Ohio, what up? Canton, Ohio, what up? Shout out Gary, Indiana, just because. I'll shout out Kentucky cities when they actually win a basketball title again. Let's go Huskies. What up? What up? It's your boy Conserviz34. Thank you for joining the post-show stream, the DMB post-show stream. We're going to get to a call very shortly to my boy Luke, who is out there. He's always on the lawn. Luke, shout out to Luke out there, always going to Blossom. He is a promoter of the Blossom lawn and the sound and acoustics of that venue. Let's get to the set list here. Let's pull this up here. And this set list truly was a combination of songs that people like me that want deep cuts and good songs that aren't necessarily deep cuts, they're just criminally underplayed, all in the same show. And it was a great set for people who like songs that I'm not a fan of, but they are very popular songs to dance to move to, even though, again, I could go every show without them. And this is why these combination of songs that I want and songs that people who say, but you got to hear this song this way. You got to hear this song with a guest. And I'm like, I still don't like the song, but they like the song and the crowd rocks with it. They were played too. So what are some of the songs that I thought were solid songs they played tonight? Tripping Billies, recently. Jane is kind of in the middle there, but I don't mind it at a show. Typical Situation. Monsters is in there too. Even though it's a newer song, I still can listen to Monsters. Spoon. Did I mention Spoon? Spoon is in there easily. And then the encore, Baby Blue and Last Stop. By the way, guys, no covers tonight. The band covered its catalog. And again, it left everybody. It left everybody with something to grab onto. And if that is the case, that is the best outcome for the entire fan base. Now, what are some songs I don't rock with that I don't really need to hear? Every Day is one of them. The only reason I even can enjoy it is because Buddy Strong, it was a song that Buddy Strong got his special moments in when he first started playing it with the band. They started singing Buddy Buddy, right? But it's a song I don't really need to hear again. But some people like that song. Some people, that song means so much to them, especially as it came out during an era where our country, the same year, we had a catastrophic terrorist attack, 9/11. Louisiana Bayou. Y'all know how I feel. I don't need to go into that. I made a whole video about why I don't like Bayou. But fans like it. They do. Some people do, some people don't. Jimmy Thing. I don't ever need to hear Jimmy Thing again. It's not a bad song. I just don't need to hear it live ever again. I did miss Crash Into Me. I actually don't mind that song being played because they don't play it that much. If they played it every show, or every other show like Jimmy Thing, I'd probably be sick of it too, but I don't mind Crash Into Me. Satellite. Again, a song that I've always said is played wrong in my opinion. I think Live Tracks 31, more keys, more acoustic guitar intro is the best way to play it. But people like Satellite. Shout out to Lauren and Mark. I hung out with them at Alpine. Their kids love Satellite. Their kids love Ants Marching. and Jimmy thing. And When the World Ends, a song I don't ever need to hear again. A song that if it was played second at Alpine, which I was guessing, my guess for if Alpine night 2 was able to be played when it actually rained, it would be JTR When the World Ends. And I don't ever need to hear When the World Ends again. But people like it. Even to this day, he talks about smoking one or getting high, and everyone, yeah, like, yeah. So I admittedly don't rock with certain songs. I admittedly love a lot of songs, and some of the songs like Spoon that I love, a lot of the fan base at shows doesn't care for, but the band played both. And as much as I have my strong opinions on what I like and what I don't like, what I can respect is this band gave us something, each one of us, something to go home happy with. Now, some people are still upset. Some people will still complain. But I think for a Tuesday night, this was a phenomenal show. For a one-off show in Blossom. And Blossom has always gotten some good things. By the way, Blossom got its first Spoon. They've been playing here since 95. And it gets its first Spoon. First Baby Blue. And it got its first Madman's, which tells you how fire some of the Blossom show. There's only been one Blossom show, I believe. Let's go to this. I have to check this here to see how many since. Because 21, they didn't play it everywhere. It actually debuted in Columbus, Ohio. They played 22. So yeah, they didn't play last year. So I guess it is kind of one of those things. But to me, I think this is a great set. And I know some people are asking about tomorrow. Are they going to play this? Are they going to play that? I still think something like Spoon has a chance of being played again. Maybe it doesn't, and maybe it just goes straight to Deer Creek. But it still could be played the next day to be tested. And by the way, guys, 4 straight shows with recently. Yes, please. Sign me up for that. This is a song where the band truly displays his talent. Trumpet can shine. Keys can shine. Electric guitar can shine. Carter shines every song. And Dave is actually heard in this song. Stefan has the bass. You can hear the bass in the background. By the way, Alpine and Blossom are 2 sheds that always get the fan love. I've never been to Blossom, but I can tell you Alpine sounded great on Friday. So what a great back-to-back runs of amphitheaters that sound amazing. This band sounds amazing in. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and give a call to Luke. He is our boy from Ohio who always promotes the Blossom Lawn on this show. He sat out in the thunderstorm last year at Deer Creek, unfazed, unworried, and he talked to me about the show that was shortened while lightning was striking all around him. Let's go ahead and call Luke.
I'm sorry, but...
All right, we're going to try to get to Luke. But in the meantime, I do want to play. Let me just make sure. Hey, tried to call you. I have a couple other interviews here that we have. So we're going to play some of these. These were already pre-recorded. So I want to get to them. We'll start off with D-Rock. He's from Buffalo. And I appreciate him coming on. We share the fact that many of our former favorite players of our hockey teams, he's a Sabres fan, I'm a Flyers fan, some of them won a Stanley Cup, and both of our teams are known to have players who leave and then they win a cup. Wait, hold on. We'll play D-Rock and then we'll get to Luke. Let me just see, because he just missed me. So let me just tell Luke, if you're watching, I will call you right back. Call you back in a few. Let's just listen to D-Rock here. He's going to give his thoughts about the show.
That was my 35th show. I'm a little shook. This is not going to be the most coherent review we've ever had. But as I put on Twitter, I was chasing Jane, obviously is my favorite. I've only had it 5 times. I was 0 for 34 on Spoon and Last Stop, and I got both of those. So I can't explain how exciting that was. I was at the pit. Jane, obviously the cherry on top, Pantala going into Jane. I took a knee. I might be the first or second guy ever to take a knee at a Dave concert. Got my right-hand man with me, made the trip from Buffalo, obviously. The show was just really good. I think somebody said that they had practiced recently. They were definitely on. They had a lot of fun. I know that's just, they do every show. The energy, this and that, whatever. But yeah, it's honestly hard to top. I'm either 35, and I went since 2004. So I've seen some dandies, but Blossom really just gets a good show, and it's Ohio, so I hate to admit that, but they really get good shows. Jane recently, Spoon, Last Stop, Crash, Ants. It was insane. Baby Blue in the encore. My buddy loves Baby Blue in the encore. Little kids, oh my God. Made him think of the kiddos. Emotional. It's great. And just, Dave's the best to do it, and that's why we do it, right? That's why we go year after year, show after show. Unbelievable. No complaints. I even like Bayou a little bit tonight. No complaints at all.
Hey, easy. He likes Bayou? Hey. I should have watched this before I put it. I'm kidding, guys. Come on, relax. It's just a joke. Let's look at a couple clips of what he saw here. So this is a little clip that D-Rock sent me. Let's play it here. All right, so thank you to D-Rock for sending those in and sending the review in. Next, we're going to go ahead and reach back out to my homie Luke. And we still got another video to come as far as video reviews, and I'll check in on let me just check real quick on IG to make sure to see if we got one from Michael. All right, we'll read off some of that at the end as well. Okay. Oh, we'll reach out to Michael. Okay. About 10 to 15 minutes. All right, we're going to reach out to Michael in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll get him a link to join us here. And that way we can at least hear from him. So I'll get that out to him very shortly. Hang tight if you are still watching to Michael Riley. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to reach out to Luke. All right, let's get this call on.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice.
Oh no, come on, Luke. I think the thing is, if you aren't in Cuyahoga County or never been to Ohio, from what I've been told, and even doing these post-show streams, there are a lot of dead zones. Oh, here's Luke. Luke, what up?
I'm sorry, dude. My phone, every time I press up to answer, it would just not. I don't know how else to explain it.
It's like the Buckeyes in November and December, man. Just unreliable, man. Come on. I'm just like,
what's? Yeah, I hear you.
Luke, tell us about this show. What'd you think?
Okay, so they didn't play "Shake Me Like a Monkey," so I'm sort of disappointed. I'm kidding. But it was my good friend, one of my best good friends, who I got into DMB. It was his first show, and because I got him into DMB, and I was able to see him after, and he was rather pleased, and that's what mattered most to me. Second thing, the last stop. So I was thinking about something. Last time DMB was at Blossom, we talked. You got my initial reaction of my first two-step, right?
Yeah.
Like first full band two-step. That was a pretty important moment in my life. And now this is also another rather pretty important moment of my life, because this is another song that I think very fondly of, because A, the lyrics I think are just masterful and beautiful, and B, the music is just amazing. And that song, how this band is formatted in the modern era of DMB, and how they were able to improvise this particular song the way they did tonight, live on stage just as they did, it just shows how amazing this band is.
How was the sound tonight?
So the sound, it was interesting. I heard from the sound for once I wasn't on the lawn. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's a big thing. Yeah. But I heard the sound was great on the lawn. I was in pretty much the last row of the pavilion, and the mix was off. I will say, and I get real nitpicky about this type of stuff, because I've been hearing this music for my entire life. So the mix was a little off. Dave, especially Dave, in his voice, I had a hard time hearing in general. But this band itself sounded great. The opener, Billy's opener, was good. Spoon, that was kind of out of nowhere. Typical Situation was nice. Satellite, they cut Will It Go Around in circles. I was kind of like, oh man, we might get that. We did. I was like, nah, but it's okay, because we got last stop. But yeah, I mean, the sound at Blossom is pretty good as is. I saw a report that the streamer got booted by security, like shut down by security. Is that true?
Yes. So that was Meg.
What?
She's a fellow Ohio DMB fan. Meg. She's been going, like, legitimately. Her parents brought her as a young kid in the mid '90s. Like, literally, she was about to go to kindergarten, but she had to go to a DMB show first. So she is always pretty much streaming on the couch tour. But from what she told me, I did message her, a Live Nation employee. This was not anyone associated with Dave Matthews Band. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
A Live Nation employee told her to stop streaming. I did not see. I was kind of just getting home.
We'll have to find that footage.
But it's on the couch tour. It's on there, at least for now. She was very, very just. It definitely was upsetting for her. It did not damper how, the encore and everything, but for that time during Satellite, right before Spoon, they essentially said, hey, it was a Live Nation employee. And again, I cannot make that clear. This band does not have anything as far as saying you guys cannot record, you guys cannot tape. Obviously, be respectful, be kind, but there is nothing from the band that is saying you guys cannot do these things. This was a Live Nation employee or a contracted person from Live Nation, specifically at Blossom. But that was one of the stories there. Our friends that'll be having, they sent a video interview, and Jessica and Wayne kind of took on when they could. Other people popped in further back. But that was the story from the pit.
Yeah, so I had an interesting point of view of like the venue today.
Yeah.
So you know how you have the security and then you have the ushers. There's two completely separate things.
Yep.
The ushers were amazing, wonderful, beautiful people. The security were harassing people all night long. I could see it from the spot I was at. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to get into very in-depth detail because this is live, but my dear old mom, who has been taking me to shows my whole life. And I still go to shows with her. She's awesome. We're walking into the arena, and these people, we have the clear bag, right? And these security people completely manhandle her personal belongings and feminine hygiene products that are kind of needed. And so that left a bad taste in my mouth through the entire show. Twice, yeah. It made her do one check and then another one. And so we and all night long, I was watching security harassing people. And so that is absolutely disgusting. The security here at Blossom is horrible. Yeah. So the security people at Blossom are just the ushers are great. It's not their first rodeo for DMB, obviously. Like they knew how to handle the crowd today. And speaking of which, the crowd was amazing. It's the most full I've ever seen Blossom, but Connecticut. And so where was I? Oh, the crowd. DMB hasn't played at Blossom for a few years, so the crowd was huge. A really happy crowd. People just, I've seen fist fights happen in the section that I was in today. I've seen fist fights. I've seen people curse at each other, people yelling at each other. I think I've seen it all. Today was the exact opposite. Everyone was happy and everyone was in a great mood, and I think that's what made the show really good.
Well, that's great to hear as far as the crowd. I am sorry to hear that your mother went through that experience with security that, just went that far.
Yeah, it's just kind of tedious. I mean, there's no issue in looking through the bag. There's no issue in any of that. But it seemed overdone, and I just want to make a statement that is not okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't really see a reason why I'm going to be going back to this venue anytime soon. The prices are insane. We're going to Deer Creek this weekend, and the prices have been much better. The parking situation is much better. I used to advocate to go into Blossom all the time. Hey, Marcus, as you know, I try to convince you to come to Blossom. I don't know, man. It's probably next year. They're probably going to be called Verizon Wireless Amphitheater or whatever. I mean, it's starting to kind of go downhill, and it's unfortunate to see. But I will say, to focus on the good part, I need to focus on the good part. This show was really awesome. There was some unexpected turns. Like it was really good. Jimmy Thing, they absolutely killed Jimmy Thing. Absolutely killed The Last Stop. Madman's Eyes and Monsters were great. I love these new songs still. And yeah, I mean, The Last Stop blew my mind. I saw the tuned half step down 12-string guitar, and I was like, all right, it's happening. And so I got excited. And The Last Stop was just great. I can't not rave about The Last Stop. I can't wait to Billy's great opener.
Yeah.
I knew I just threw a lot of words at you.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
So PNP, is that like an every show thing now? Like, I've been following the set list. I've been listening to some of the shows. Do they just play that every show now? Is that like going to be like the theme of the tour? Is PNP into everything?
So it has been played eight shows. And what are we at now?
Like 8 out of 11? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm trying to I've lost kind of how many shows. It hasn't may not have been played every show, but pretty much most of the tour. They are throwing it in, and so you got PNP and a Jane. They are mixing it up.
Yeah, it was really funny. The whole PNP, and Dave goes, I got a sister named Jane. It was a song that Jane likes. It was really funny.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, thank you for being on, Luke. We will definitely try to.
If you need any representatives.
Oh, Luke, you are always welcome. Again, we were just talking about that moment last year where you were on the Deer Creek lawn. There is lightning everywhere. You're just in pure joy being by yourself on that lawn, experiencing a great, one of the best condensed lightning cut short shows DMB had played in
The
this.
storm didn't even come until
Yeah.
an hour after they were off stage. It was insane.
Yeah, in this current era, probably one of the best storm shortened sets that I've seen, and you're just there chilling as everyone else is panicking and get into their cars. But better,
chilling.
I'll tell you this, from Alpine this past weekend, it's better that they tell you in advance, give you guys time to get to your cars, than someone gets struck by lightning, and then if there is an ability to bring people back, they can do it. If they can't, and it's just, that's it, then at least you can go home.
I have a serious concern with the Alpine situation. The people, the Live Nation people that run this type of stuff, they knew hours in advance that this big storm was coming. There's absolutely no reason why they should have started letting fans into the arena or the amphitheater. There's no reason why they should have opened the doors. They should have told people, stay home, take shelter, we'll reschedule the show. I felt like they put a lot of people at risk, and it was really, from my outsider's point of view, I don't understand why that even happened.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, because I think the tornado potential jumped up in the afternoon. So initially there were supposed to be storms. Once that tornado,
you can work around storms. You can can delay the show even a few hours if you have to. But this tornado thing, I was like, whoa, how did? Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I mean, there wasn't as much leadership from Live Nation, and I mean, I've heard mixed things that some of it is the county sheriff's office has say in that over Live Nation, but there was definitely things that need to be improved. It is a challenge overall what to do. Send people to cars, let them leave, because people who left early faced the absolute worst experiences in this whole thing, were people who left the venue early and went into the storm, and also the people who were staying in the venue finally told to leave, and then they were walking to their cars. But yeah, it's definitely a pretty. I have a whole stream on that 90 minutes, but there's a lot of different moving parts there, but a lot of
not
things.
too sure what the politics on that is.
Yeah,
that's not really something. I had a hard time understanding why people were let into the amphitheater, because I felt like that put them in harm's way.
Definitely.
But that's just a thing that I noticed. I wasn't too sure on what was happening. I was busy during that Saturday. So.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for coming on, Luke, and I'll reach out to you for Deer Creek.
Yeah. A few days. I'm excited.
All right. Take care.
All right. You too. Bye bye.
All right. Yoo-ha. Bye. All right, I want to thank Luke for coming on. Let's see if we can get, I'm going to try to get this over to Mike O'Reilly. See if we can get him on. So give me just a moment. But yeah, even after my stream for Alpine, there was... it sounded like people said it was more the county sheriffs than it was Live Nation as far as who makes the call, but still protocol should have been placed by Live Nation, even though this is a venue that doesn't have as many people in it. Okay, we're gonna get this link out to Michael O'Reilly and try to get him on here. Let's see. So I'm going to send him a link. All right, let's see here. And we'll get this out to him. And thank you guys here. And I see more videos coming in for the Alpine Night 1 show. It looks like I'm getting some in, and if you guys have videos, Message me on those social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, ConcertViz34. And while I'm setting things up with Michael, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play an interview with Jessica and Wayne, who, by the way, when we just talked with Luke about some streamer in the pit, Meg, who was really that primary rail shot when she was shut down by security, Live Nation security, not an usher, but Live Nation security, not anyone from the band. Just want to make that extra clear. While she was shut down, Jessica and Wayne did their best to go live as soon as they kind of were aware of that. And they did try to pick up where Meg left off. And then there were some other people who also streamed. So thank you to them. But let's hear this little snippet from Jessica and Wayne. They drove from Wisconsin to Ohio.
What's going on, Marcus?
Hey Marcus, we are in the lot at Blossom.
Alan. Nacho. Howdy. Or as he knows me, talking tunes. That's how he knows me.
So we just saw a little band from Virginia play a show.
Good show.
Good show.
People come to Blossom, so it's way better than Guilford.
Mm-hmm. Guilford sucks.
By
Don't
far,
go there.
Guilford sucks.
But
come to Blossom.
This is a beautiful venue. It's outside of Pittsburgh. It is nice vibe, beautiful scenery in a park. Show was good. Getting in was easy. Getting out is going to be a
nightmare.
Problem. So let's see. What'd you think of the show?
Good show. Got a lot of first songs. Spoon, Bluebird, Baby Blue, and Black and Bluebird. So another full band last stop.
That was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
That's it.
Haven't seen Every Day in a while. That was good.
That was good. No Rapunzel.
No Rapunzel. There was a song about like a kind of swampy, what is that called? Oh, Bayou.
The pond.
Yes, Louisiana Bayou. They did sing a song about that.
Jimmy came out today.
Jimmy came. The last stop is proving to be at least as long as a Jimmy, if
true.
Not longer. So that's interesting. All right, what do you think? Was your show experience?
10 out of 10 for me as well. That last stop was almost 16 minutes. I think it's turned into the new two-step.
Yeah.
Well, that too. And then what was Jimmy going in? It went into
nothing.
No, Madman Drive.
Okay.
Well, I mean into it, but and then what else? PNP into Jane.
That was interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah, but it was a good show, definitely. I missed the first song, so they had an easy time getting in.
Yes.
I did not. 45 minutes it takes me to get here. 2 hours and 38 minutes before I got here. So.
It took us like 6.5, maybe, how many hours? 6.5, 7, 8 hours to get here, but we got in like that, lickety split.
I could have been halfway to their house by the time I drove from my house. I left at 5 and got here at 7:38.
That is crazy.
It's a good show.
I think I love that there is a resurgence of recently, but I would like it to go into Water into Wine. Pretty Girl is nice, but Water into Wine is better. All right, any final show thoughts?
That's all I got. That's my fresh thoughts.
So fresh thoughts.
That's all I got, Marcus. Good night. Love you.
Talk to you later.
All right, so we want to thank Jessica and Wayne. Gotta love they're hilarious. And then Alan, one of the earliest supporters of D&B post show streaming, any content I was doing. Actually, it was like really before I had this whole post show streaming consistent rotation. He was coming on and commenting on my videos, and we connected really early. So I think Alan, he's been a supporter from day -50. before even the post-show stream was in regular rotation there. So those are some of their thoughts. I'm trying to get Michael on, and I'm going to continue to watch out to see if he gets on. However, there is some breaking news. Well, it already broke, and that is essentially that Boyd Tinsley was arrested for a DUI on Monday. And it's on TMZ. You can read more of that on TMZ there. But this is a situation where there's so much that, there's so much to this whole thing with Boyd and what in the last, I would say 5 years, if not even longer, because there's things beyond the court cases that have, in my opinion, separated him chemistry-wise from the band, which is why even before 2018, things were not looking good. But I'll say this first, the act of DUI, driving under the influence, and the danger of it is something that I have never been a fan of. I almost lost a cousin while she was pregnant with her youngest child, leaving a baby shower due to someone who was drinking and driving. I understand to the extent of being someone, just like many of you, who's had family members who have had mental health issues, who have had drugs and alcohol addiction. So I understand that as well, to a certain extent, and many of you have experienced it in much worse ways than me. But I have the understanding of both. I also understand people who are victims of various assaults, including the one that Boyd was accused of. And I have empathy for people on that end. What I'll say is this: these are clear-cut things that I've always kind of had with this whole situation. First and foremost, people have asked and tagged band members, the current band members, and former band members who used to be a part of the band during the era of Boyd, like Butch Taylor. And they've said, why don't you do X, Y, and Z? And my opinion has always been the same. We have no idea what these band members and personnel and security and management has done to try to help him. We don't know exactly fully what he's been through, but things from the lens of social media have seemed concerning for 5+ years, if not longer, to a higher level. And so all those things considered, I really think the easiest thing we can do with any situation tied to him is stop mentioning him specifically when we tag band members, when we talk about the band. At this point, we should not, and again, not that Dave is on social media, but stop mentioning him specifically tied to this band. I did not agree with certain things where he was literally disappeared from certain old videos, but that's the band's call. And I don't know none of us know the full extent, unless you're in the band or you are part of the staff or personnel. None of us know the full extent of what's transpired behind the scenes. So maybe that's why they it is what it is. The other thing is, at this point, as I've tried to tell people, there was little hope for even him to have an appearance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. Now, maybe he's still there, maybe he's not. But I am more concerned if he appears at the ceremony, if he appears at a show, even if he doesn't play, and he only makes himself look worse. People, I've tried, and I get it. Not everyone watches all these videos or knows all this intel, and I get that. But people have acted like for the last 5 years, he could just come up on a stage and just say hi to the crowd or do an interview and be okay.
Hello.
Okay. And I see you in, Michael, we're going to get to you in just a second. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. We'll get to you in just a second. We're going to bring you in. But when it comes to Boyd, I've told you guys that he's not just going to be able to hop on. I've shown you video, right? And I only put one clip up because it's sad. It's sad, but it's part of life. And again, many of you have experienced family members, friends who go through challenges, but there was no way he's in any shape to play music on any stage, even if it's for 30 seconds. I showed you guys the video when he played with Stanley Jordan. It wasn't going to work. So there's a whole nother argument about adding a new violin player. That's different. But at this point, with what's transpired, and again, we just have a report of basic things in a video that doesn't have the full context. Even without this, I've always said I'm more concerned about what he's going to do to really just make things worse as far as the optics if he shows up. Not even plays, but if he shows up. But again, if things change, if he truly does something, if he hits rock bottom and then finds a way to better himself and his health, then that's a whole different discussion. But I just didn't see that. So that is news. You can look at that. There is empathy, but there is also that, in my opinion, there's empathy because we're human, but there needs to be accountability, and there needs to be there has to be a rock bottom. There has to be something that ultimately just sends him down to an ultimate low point. And again, we really don't know. So I just wanted to bring that up. I think we lost Michael. He'll probably come back here. And then when he does, we'll bring him on to get some of his thoughts. There he is. Okay, so just bear with me, guys. We're going to bring Michael on. While that's happening, I'm just going to play. Let's see if we can get that. I'm going to play some music because we'll be right back here.
Today, I hope I find you feeling healthy. I'm so glad our paths crossed this time today on our way into the night. And we'll find us hiding there in the dark, in the shadow. Maybe it's up to you and me to bring it to the light. Love, when I approach a tear fall like rain. Tell me, baby, your heart's into 1,000 pieces. That's all. Only old and wise with clouded eyes. You can't see what I can, 'cause I blindly throw my faith to the face of the next good thing to come my way. Here we are, all of us stand around. We're leaning heavy on each other.
What's going on, Marcus?
Hey Marcus, we are
All right. Okay, we are live here. Michael, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Guys, ladies and gentlemen at home, can you hear Michael? You should be able to hear him. All right. So we're going to get started. And thank you so much for your patience. I know we had a couple other things and we were able to connect you. But Michael, give us a little bit about your history with this band. When did you start listening to them? How many shows have you been to?
Yeah, for sure. So I started listening to them when I'm 41. So I started listening to them when I was about 16, so 25 years ago, maybe. Yeah, so that would be late 90s, late like 97, 98, somewhere in there. I actually worked at a country club, and I had someone that worked with me that was a little bit older than me that got me into them. I used to play saxophone, so I was, into Dave, into the band real quick.
So I'm guessing you're like me, where you want that sax solo back in 41.
Yeah, for sure.
And is this a local show for you? Is this a show where you had to travel?
So Cuyahoga Falls is local. My handle's Jersey Riley. That's where I'm originally from, New Jersey. But me and my wife moved back out to Cleveland, where she's from. So it is a local show. The venue's about 45 minutes from where I live.
Nice. And tomorrow we may have a Jersey guy, Tony C, who relocated to Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So that's funny you say that. So what did you think? You've been watching this band since the late 90s, mid to late 90s. What did you think of tonight's show?
It's just they never disappoint, which everybody that's probably on this knows that. I mean, they come out and they just. I was fully expecting PNP to start the show, and they come out and they play Billy's, and then they just keep it rolling. I mean, I was joking with the guy I went with, my brother-in-law. I was like, hey, when they play it down one, I really got to use the bathroom, and I didn't go to the bathroom for like an hour, 45 minutes into the show, and I was like, I couldn't leave. It's just. They deliver every time. They're such professionals, and I knew we were going to get a monster tonight. First time in Cleveland since they got the news that they're going to be inducted in October.
Yeah, and I love that song coming back. It's been one of those songs that it's got 2 plays this tour, but I would love to see it be played like Madman's Eyes. It's been played six plays of Madman's, 2 of Monsters. Mm-hmm. Where were you sitting, and how was the sound there?
I was in section 34, row K. The venue. I mean, I've seen Dave at least 8 venues that I can think of off the top of my head. Probably 9 or 10. But this venue is just. I wish they would do the two night stop here. It's just electric there. It's just electric. The fans are. The fans are always into it, obviously, but the fans are like so into it here. And he didn't come last year, and you could travel to Pittsburgh or Detroit or whatever, but a lot of the people that I know, at least, they don't. They want to go to Blossom.
And did Dave say? Someone texted me that Dave said he'll be back. I'm guessing that means the Rock Hall. Did you catch that in the show?
Yeah, he did say that. I don't remember what song. Because he didn't really talk much tonight, to be completely honest with you, except when he came out for the solo. And then before Black and Bluebird, he spoke a little bit, but yeah, he was like, he basically said he's looking forward to be back here, later this year. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's what it was. Now, like you said, you've been seeing this band for a while. Were there any songs tonight that you heard for the first time?
So Last Stop, first time I heard that, and I can't recall if I've ever heard You Might Die Trying, but that was one that I went into tonight really wanting to see, You Might Die Trying, and it was funny because I went and used the restroom during Spoon, and I had to run, like literally run out of it to come back to my seat because You Might Die Trying was on right after it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's just the sax and the horns. Like it's just that song. I mean, that's slowly moving up to one of my favorite jams by them for sure. You Might Die Trying.
Yeah, and as someone I've only been going since 2012, I missed a lot of improv moments of Dave having early Lily White Session, Busted Stuff lyrics, having more 2 steps with freestyle lyrics. But what I find is You Might Die Trying, he will have he'll go off the script more in that song than a lot of the songs he used to go. And right. So listening to that song now, that's one song that I feel has gotten better over the years. Like you can't, in my opinion, I didn't see the prime of this band's best sound. Mm-hmm. But I still think You Might Die Trying seems to get better during the era I've seen it, with the freestyle, with the sax. Jeff really getting a moment to shine. He's lost I feel like there's certain moments he doesn't get, like the 41 solo. But like as you just mentioned on You Might Die Trying, he really gets that. Speaking of this, just some Ohio history here. Ohio is the only state to have a full Last Stop played and a full Spoon played in the same show. The first time was Cincinnati, Ohio. That's November 21st, 1998. The second time is tonight. What does it mean to have, I know you had to go to the bathroom and you were in the bathroom.
I had to go so bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But you went to the bathroom, but still Spoon. What is it like to have Spoon and The Last Stop in the same show?
I mean, I love The Last Stop. They don't play it enough. I mean, I know that's usually something they play when they go to Hollywood Bowl for, their last show of the year. But yeah, magical. When I don't know the stats on everything, but I mean, I was just blown away when they come out and like, I was fully expecting PMP to be played or, something in that genre, to get you into the show, and they come out and play Trippin' Billy's, but Spoon was great, and then Last Stop. I mean, just great. There's the sound at this venue, the amphitheater, is just is electric. And we sat in the pavilion. I've sat in the lawn. I've never done pit because I don't know if I can do pit, to be completely honest with you. But just electric. If you have to hold on, I got food. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
All right. This stream is brought to you by Bagel Bites. It's pizza on a bagel, and you can have pizza anytime. Bagel Bites.
I didn't know if I was gonna get on or not, so I put some food in the oven.
It's all good.
My bad, bro.
Nah,
my bad.
No worries. And,
no, you're good.
Any other trips for this year to see DMB?
I don't have anything planned, but next year I'm definitely trying to. My wife, I kind of killed Dave for my wife, to be completely honest with you. She's like, "You play it all the time, blah blah blah." But I think we're gonna play in Mexico next year.
That'll be awesome. And they just announced the Goose Mexico shows, the Fish Mexico shows. So I'm guessing typically when Fish is announced, it's only a little bit of time before you'll hear about Dave and Tim in Mexico. So yeah, hopefully that is announced. It's a great trip from my friends who have went. And yeah, hopefully that lines up for you. Any other thoughts about this show? Any other things, takeaways?
I mean, it's just you go like, for me, you go into these shows, right, and you're expecting, your expectations are high, and they never disappoint. They never give you something where you're like, obviously it was good, I love the songs, but like it just came out, the song that Jane likes, they just a typical situation tonight was extraordinarily good. I mean, I've seen that a bunch of times. Jimmy thing was phenomenal. I tried to send you some clips, but it's like I'm not the best at that, so I do apologize if those clips didn't come out right. That's not something I usually do. I usually get one or two a night, but yeah, I mean, and then my buddy that I was with, he really wanted to see Every Day, and I know they haven't been playing that a bunch. I don't think, at least from the sets that I've looked at this year. But we got Every Day and Ants, and you can never be disappointed with that to end the set. And if they would have played, I'm never going to be disappointed with Last Stop. But if we would have got Two Step tonight, I mean, it would have been, you can wish and hope. But last time they were here, they closed with Two Steps, so I didn't think we were going to get it. But Last Stop, I didn't think we were going to get Last Stop either, because they just played that in Wisconsin. But it was great. It was really, really good night.
Yeah. Some great repeats from Wisconsin. You have Last Stop. You have also, I think the best thing about this, 4 straight shows where recently it's been played. It was only played 4 times last year, and it hasn't been played more than 4 times since the 2010s. You got to go back to, I saw this earlier. The last time recently was played more than 4 times in a calendar year. You got to go back to 2019.
Wow.
So
I even forgot about that. I forgot they even played that.
It hasn't been played a lot. So it's great to see that. And so thank you so much for being on. And thank you for sharing your perspective.
Yeah, listen, keep doing what you're doing, man. You do a great job with the DMB community. You reach a lot of people, so we really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, so we want to thank. Let's see. Let's get over here. We want to thank Michael for coming on. That's Michael Riley from Ohio. Been seeing shows since about 97, 98-ish. And says he was, he's never let down by DMB, which is great perspective because a lot of times you hear about fans who, from his era that may not be as enthused or frustrated with things, but he still is loving what this band is doing, and it's great to see those type of stories here. Next thing we're going to do is talk about the poster. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if the poster, I'm guessing the poster sold out, but I don't know for sure. So let me know if it did. Well, let's go ahead and bring that poster up. Now, this poster was online, got a lot of buzz that we didn't really see. And I'm looking at this because, someone thought I was saying Mississippi half step, like the actual, I'll respond to it later. But let's go ahead and talk about this poster. And the artist here for tonight's poster is Owen Murphy, but he's essentially the person behind One Drop Design. And this is the poster. Now, on Facebook, the One Drop Design Facebook page specifically had lyrics of the Dreaming Tree. A lot of times you'll see different things like a tree, like another object that may tie to DMB, and maybe you could assume it's part of it, but sometimes you don't know. But there was a specific and strategic purpose for this artist to put in trees, and it ties to the Dreaming Tree. Cuyahoga County has beautiful forested areas and waterfalls and rivers. And so this encapsulates that region of Ohio. Cuyahoga County also is the same county that Cleveland is in, for those who don't know geography. But this venue is in the woods of Cuyahoga County, away from the city center. And so this is a great poster here that was put together. Now, this same company, this same poster collective, One Drop Design, also had the Ireland poster, the DMB Dublin, Ireland show poster that was so popular amongst fans across the pond and in America and across the world. Many fans traveled from across the world to see that Dublin show. And that poster is still one of the hardest posters if you are looking on the secondary market to get. It was so crazy in demand. A portion of the APs, or the artist prints, were only allowed to be sent to Ireland addresses. I was told just a portion. There were some that were allowed to be shipped across the world. But I would like more of this. I like more of this creativity, and I hope they continue to work with Owen and One Drop Design. I just think this is better. And you know what? Going into this poster thing, is we always talk about methane. The former Phoenix Coyotes owner, Alex Murillo, he would not give up his team, but what the NHL did essentially was say, hey, they said, we're going to have to, at this point, you've messed up the bag so bad, even beyond just the fact that it's Arizona hockey. They said, we got to get this team to Utah, but we'll promise that if you find an arena spot, you can bring an expansion team to Arizona. And so they gave him this false, I think he even knew, but they wanted to give him a little better optics, even though people knew what was going on. To say, hey, We got to move this team. There's no new arena spot. We can't have them playing a college rink. And so we'll have a press conference. You'll say, I'm confident I'll fight to bring a team back. And then we'll talk about we're moving the team to Utah, so we both kind of look better than we just snatching the team up from you. And so Murillo sold the team. Team goes to Utah. Ryan Smith and his group goes there. But what I say that I think the same thing should happen to Methane. Make Methane look good. Let them do some weekend posters. Right? We're going to have Methane do weekend posters from now on, from here on out. We appreciate all they've done. They were a cornerstone in the popularity of DMB posters. And then slowly but surely phase out Methane, unless they're going to actually make a good poster again. Yes, the Methane weekend poster on the APs did all sell out, but at the show, those things were collecting dust. They'll probably still be up for sale this weekend. So more of this, less of Methane. Let's let Methane think. Let them have these weekend prints. I had no issue with Methane having a weekend print. And then let the pros, let the people with original thoughts and ideas have these prints for the actual shows, the actual night 1, night 2 for Gorge, night 1, night 2, night 3. I think it's a great deal. I think it's a great way. Let's Alex Murillo Methane. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's show. We got a lot of guests in, and I'm always looking for guests. And we're going to close this thing out with A Lie in Our Graves. This is mostly my video. I have one source so far, but I could use more. So take a look at the video. Imagine your footage from Alpine Night 1 there. And the video will show you. You can message me at Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, ConcertViz34. Anything from Alpine Night 1. Short, long, close, far. I want it all. Any video you have, I'll see what I can do. Vertical or horizontal. A lot of people were thinking, hey, I only have vertical video. Like, I don't think you can use it. Wrong. I can use that video. Some of the videos from the last year have showcased the ability to put an awesome perspective of vertical video showing Dave or showing another band member, and then having a horizontal video paneled right to the side so you can see two different vantage points, a vertical and a horizontal at once, or even two horizontal shots with a vertical panel at one end or the other. And one of my favorite things that I've been adding in here is 3 vertical shots at the same time, many times having different band members. Someone has Tim solo, someone has Dave jamming out during Tim's solo, and then we have a third shot of the horns. So I can take any video and at least try to get it. I want no video clip left behind. A lot of times the thing is, you're never going to watch that video clip again. Wrong. Thousands of fans have watched these multicams of various video clips I put together, and well before me, the OGs who have put together these videos like Copper Pot, millions have watched Copper Pot videos. So yes, this footage is watched again, and with you and me together, we can do anything, including having an awesome Alpine Night 1 multicam. So go ahead and message me Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook if you were at the shows and have video clips. Already getting some great ones in so far. A couple 4K videos that are going to look really solid. They're vertical panels. Thank you to Trish DMB23 and some other people I'm hoping to get some high quality video from. And of course, I shot in 4K for 95% of the video. The show had to get some HD clips in there during Cornbread because of some storage issues, but so I want to combine all this, and we're going to make the best of what's around Alpine Night 1 multicam. Tell your friend to tell a friend. If they have video, message me. If they don't have social media, have someone message me on your behalf. If you don't have Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and they can, put your stuff in a Google Drive, put your stuff in, it was a Dropbox, and you can go from there. I see someone talking here about when they're going to drop Two Step. And honestly, I don't care. if they continue to have last stops come in heavy, they can drop two-step whenever they want. They may not even play it this year. That I'm fine with that. We got two typical situations here. We're getting 2 spoons before July 1st. That's another stat about this year. This is only the second time in DMB history that we've had 2 spoons played before July 1st in the full band variety. The first time was 2013, where we saw the first spoon. I got that tour debuted in Hartford 6-7, and then a week later or so, later in the month, they played another spoon, and you had 2 before July, and then tonight was the second spoon in the month and the second spoon of the year. So, yeah, more spoon. All right, we're going to close this thing out with that Lion Eye Graves here. Thank you guys for watching the DMB Post Show stream. Peace.
When I step into the light, my arms open wide. When I step into the light, my eyes searching wildly. Would you not like to be sitting on top of the world with your legs hanging free? Would you not like to be? Okay, okay, okay. When I'm walking by the water, split splash me and you take me back. When I'm walking by the water, come up through my toes to my ankles, to my head, to my soul, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Can't believe that we would lie in our graves, wondering if we could spend our living days. Well, I can't believe that we would lie in our graves, dreaming of things that we might have been. I can't believe that we would lie in our graves, wondering if we could spend our living days. Well, I can't believe that we would lie in our graves, dreaming of things that we might could have been, baby. Would you not like to be? Would you not like to be? Can't believe that you would